Completely naked. Who'd have believed it? Come and look. Come and look. No, actually, we haven't got time. We'd best come along over here now. I expect in a room there we'll be seeing, yes, there's some of the people who Leslie will be talking to, and Leslie should be in there. Look, there she is getting ready to talk to them. Anyway, into Bruce Findlay. Is it this door? Yes, it is. Oh, lucky. Researcher. Human dynamo. Bruce, we found her at last. A bit cold. So, you managed, I explained on the way up here what you managed in Simple Minds. Who else do you manage?
China Crisis, of course.
What attracts you to managing a band? What does the band have to have?
Well, I really just have to like them, to be honest. I mean, it's just a question of my taste. I like China Crisis and I like Simple Minds. I like their music. And I think I have fairly commercial sort of taste, you know, fairly Catholic taste. So, so that's the first criterion, that I like them, first and foremost. I don't worry about whether I think they're commercial or not. I just know that they will be.
And, I mean, you're one of the more, one of the most successful managers in Scotland, would you say?
Oh,
Yes.
aye.
Yes, obviously.
Yes.
And a lot of fans would think about sending a tape to you. What would you look for in that tape?
Well, again, the same thing. I don't particularly look for great bass playing or anything like that. I mean, I look for good songs, a wee bit like record companies. I'm like an A&R man in that respect. If I think that there's some originality to the voice or the actual musicianship, then that intrigues me, obviously. It could just get me there. Or there's a great song there, then that would interest me. But to be honest, I don't really go out looking for bands, the Jules. You know, I took on Simple Minds almost by mistake. I signed them to my label, Zoom Records, and became their manager by default almost. I didn't have a manager as such at the time. And I just found myself doing all the work for them, you know, like a manager would. And I became their manager and gave up the record label to concentrate on that. So I've never really gone out looking for bands.
The thing that a lot of people might expect, which a lot of managers do, which is because a lot of the stuff to do is in London.
Yes.
You'd moved down there, but him we're talking to. But you haven't actually moved. No. Why is
No,
that?
well, I mean, first and foremost, I like living in Scotland, and I live here, you know. And I don't really feel a need to move. With Simple Minds, for example, they're very much an international band, and we're all over the place, all over the world. And therefore, if I had to base myself at the centre, it could be Sydney, Australia, or it could be Paris, or London, or New York, and why not Edinburgh in that case? This is where I live, so I'm happier here, and I do better work from here.
Well, I'm going to have to, because we've not got that much film, and we're trying to do this all in one take, so I'm going to go... Who's the people next door we're going to go and see?
Regular music.
Regular music. We're going to go and see regular music.
Okay,
Back up to the torch. Thanks, Bruce. See you later. Nice bloke. Mind yourself there, yourself.
I strike the rain, 'cause deep Okay.
Now, for the last 4 years, well, I should say, yes, for the last 4 years, you've been very busy since you've left Joseph Kane.
That's right, yes.
What happened? What have you been doing since you left?
I went to Brussels for a while to do lots of recording and came back and released some records. And then made more records and...
And then some more records.
You know how it is.
The Rhythm of Life organisation is something you set up, isn't it?
Yes, it's one of my mega enterprises. It's basically a name, a banner under which I release various things.
And you produce?
Produced, yes.
And
works.
And you've been on a tour as well, haven't you?
Yes, we toured in Britain a couple of months ago.
How did that go?
Very well. It's the first time I'd played live for a couple of years.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And that lineup of the band was all different people, wasn't it?
Yes, it was famous people.
Who was in
Like
it?
Alan Rankin and from the Associates, and Malcolm David from Orange Juice, and Toby from Chartist Toby.
But that's not going to be the lineup.
No, it's just a temporary thing for the tour. We just got together because we knew each other and things, and it seemed like a good idea.
And so what are you going on to do now?
Recording. I've recorded a new single called Big Blue World, and it should be out sometime. And
hopefully in a moment we're going to see the video for that, aren't we? Can I just apologise? I told you about this goofy hat. I'm sorry about the hat.
Maybe the hat will go with the glasses. Not the glasses.
Video now then.
No more